Close to half the world has officially been imperialized. Contenders are emerging, but there are still underdogs lurking in the shadows. Welcome to part 4 of our Global Imperialism series. A little look at how the world is looking as we enter this 4th part. Of course, some of the big moves last episode, Rizespor taking Russia, Bordeaux continued their domination, and some massive moves in Madrid. A little bit of housekeeping. I did ask you guys to leave comments on part 3, letting me know what regions fell into these islands here in the Netherlands. Shout out to those of you that left comments letting me know that this island here automatically belongs to Sparta Rotterdam. It is not an upgrade or anything. It is theirs though. And then these islands here are all one region, so they will be a +2 upgrade if anybody ends up there. We are going to be starting off part 4 with Frosinone, and they will be heading northeast. They narrowly miss out on an upgrade and instead have the massive challenge of Napoli. Big game here, lads. Frosinone trying to imperialize Napoli. Napoli, of course, have that 90 rated Osherman in the squad. Let's see what he's all about. Oh my god. He gets himself a hat trick. Osherman and Napoli have destroyed Frosinone, which is going to see the first transfer of today's episode being Mazzatelli. And Napoli are now going to bag themselves more land here in Italy. Heading to Portugal, Boavista up for the first time. They're heading southeast, which means they are going to glance the bottom of Porto. Last year's runners-up, they've already had a big win in this series this year over Braga. They got Horta into the squad. Is that going to help them continue their run? It will. Porto with another victory here in Portugal. Nothing crazy, but it all counts. It is the winger Agra joining Porto. Okay, they're getting some work early on here. Napoli, good to see you again. They are going to be going northwest. Previously the challenged, now the challenger. They are going to get themselves an upgrade, so they won't be challenging anything today. But that is going to send Osimhen up to a 92 overall. My god. Stade Bucharest are up, and Stade Bucharest will be going east, a little south. I mean, again, I didn't even need to do the draw in hindsight because they are completely surrounded. Voluntari are the opponent. Voluntari already with a win next to their names. They got that new winger Politic into the club. Can they get another result here? Stade Bucharest would be a massive scalping, and they get it. They are going to get a win over the better club in Stade Bucharest, at least on paper, and Voluntari get more land here in Romania. Fair play to Voluntari. They are making some moves in Romania, taking down one of Romania's most famous clubs. I mean, it's only a tiny little bit of land here, but it's more what it signifies. The Shamrock Rovers, here we go. I feel like we haven't been to Ireland much in this series at all. And the Shamrock Rovers will be going west, a little southwest, which is going to see them get a much needed upgrade and more land in Ireland. They've got some sneaky good players in this side, but the Shamrock Rovers winger, Byrne, is going to go up to a 71. Off to Germany for the first time today, it is SV Waldhof. Waldhof are heading basically north, which means they are going to be versing PSV here. Of course, PSV are making their way from the Netherlands down, slowly getting more land here in Germany, and they have another opportunity. PSV have been looking very strong in this series so far, but will it be the German 3rd division side to take them out of this tournament? Yes, it is. Oh my god. Baxter Barn is automatically a hero in Waldhof history. He stopped PSV and is going to get Waldhof so much land. I'm telling you, lads, any team is susceptible in the series this year. Chucky Lozano heading to Waldhof, along with Henning, Neudecker, Cordoba, and Boyd. But wait, there's more. This Kynes guy is also heading there, and the right back, Van der Merch. That just shows how many players and how much of a run PSV were going on. But a huge shock here. Waldhof going from this little pocket in Germany and now taking all of this land. Anybody can win on any given day in this series, and it is beautiful. Staying in Europe again, it's SK Rapid, and there is no point to even spin the wheel because Rapid Wien are completely surrounded by this area, so it is going to be an upgrade for them. I'm sure they absolutely won't be complaining about that. But their striker and captain, Bergstaller, going up to a 75. Back to Germany, it's FC Augsburg, and they will be going west, which means we have an all-German clash here between Augsburg and Heidenheim. Both these clubs are in the Bundesliga, a top flight clash here. Some quality players on the line. Who is going to stay alive out of these two unassuming Bundesliga outfits? It is going to be FC Augsburg getting the result with a 75th minute winner. Heidenheim giving up their striker Kleindeist, and also the man they picked up in their first win, Rijkaard. Off to Coventry City, and they are going to be going directly south, which is going to see them get an upgrade here. They're going to take a large chunk of land, which is going to see their right wing back Van Ewijk going up to a 77. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's Fulham. It's my favorite club, Fulham. I'm wearing the jersey. All right, this is bad because every one of my teams, my Australian team, Western Sydney, eliminated on the first game. FC Cincinnati, eliminated on the first game. Fulham, please do not get imperialized in your first game. We went so far in last year's Imperialism series as well. This year, we're starting our campaign off going southeast. That's probably one of the best opportunities. We're going to squeeze through here, missing out on West Ham and Crystal Palace. We're going to be facing Leyton Orient for our first game. Leyton Orient got a win in their first game in the series over Charlton Athletic and added a Dobson to their midfield. Come on, Fulham. Please, Fulham. Oh, if we go out in the first game, I'm going to cry. Fulham, please, Fulham, please, Fulham, Fulham. Raul Jimenez does what he struggles to do in real life, and that is score goals for Fulham. And we are going to win our first game, imperializing Leyton Orient. We're going to pick up Dobson and Graham, and I can't tell you how nice it is to have a team still alive in this series. And not just have a team alive, but even get a win in your first game, unlike all the others. All right, changing things up, leaving Europe for the first time today as we're heading to Saudi Arabia. Al Riyad, where are they going to be heading? It's going to be northeast, which means they have the mammoth task of trying to take down Al Hilal. Al Hilal's team is absolutely stacked, and they got even stronger when they added Yannick Carrasco after their last victory. Is there anything Al Riyad can do to stop the juggernaut? No, there is not. Al Hilal come from behind and get a comfortable win over Al Riyad. They're going to get this one, me fella. I mean, 79 for most clubs is really good, but he's got to compete with Neymar and Carrasco. It's like, good luck getting in there, mate. More land here for Al Hilal, but the closer they get to Etihad and Al Ahly, like those are the only teams that I think could potentially stop them in Saudi Arabia. Back to Romania, SC Petrolul will be going northwest, which is going to be an upgrade for them as they take this region. And a big congratulations to Grozav, who now enters the 70s. Also, lads, another reminder, if you want to cop the original base map, I will leave a link to it in the description. We are selling it over on my Patreon. Big shout out to everybody who has bought it so far. I've loved you guys sending me the progress of your personal Imperialism series. Brentford are up again. Are they going to actually verse somebody half decent? Brentford are heading directly west, which means they have a matchup here with their first team that's like above League 1 or League 2 level, I'm pretty sure. They're versing Luton Town. An all Premier League affair here. Brentford versus Luton. Who is going to keep their tournament alive and get some nice upgrades in the process? It is going to be Brentford. They beat their first quality side, and they move further north here in England. Brentford are going to be getting themselves Ross Barkley and Clark Harris. And also this Hoskins guy, but to be fair, they don't really need him. But there we go. Even more land in England here for Brentford. They are, their 4th or 5th win? We have spent a lot of time in Italy today. It's Genoa. They are going west-southwest, which means they have a massive matchup here. They're versing Juventus. Could we have another massive upset on our hands? Juventus have had one game in this series, and that was the massive one in episode 1 where they took down Inter Milan. Are they going to keep their campaign alive, or could Genoa stir things up in Italian football? It is going to be a win for Juventus. Dusan Vlahovic with a brace. And Juventus are going to bag themselves Messias, the 78 rated right midfielder. Corona Travis Kelce is up. Our first time seeing the Polish side this year. They're going to start by going east, which means they glance the top here of Stal Milik, an all Polish affair. Who is going to stay alive in this Imperialism tournament? It is going to be Stal Milik getting their 2nd win of the series as they successfully imperialize Corona Travis Kelce. A small upgrade for some, but for Stal Milik, getting a 67 rated center midfielder could come in quite handy. Newcastle United. All right, the Geordies are stepping up. Where are Newcastle going to be going? They are going to be going east, a little north, which means they missed this game here, because if they went directly east, they probably would have just played Middlesbrough. But moving up, means they are going to touch this area here. So they have a matchup with Odense. Newcastle United trying to move into Denmark. Odense have had some success in this series, but this is by far the biggest challenge they may ever face. Odense trying to defend their homeland here as they face Newcastle United with the upgraded Sandro Tonali. And it is an 89th minute winner for Newcastle United. Fair play to Odense. They defended their hearts out, but Newcastle United have imperialized them and are going to move into Denmark. A huge moment here, ladies and gentlemen. Newcastle United jumping across water and picking up all of this land here as we say goodbye to Odense. Real Zaragoza are up next. They're going to be going northwest, and so Zaragoza are going to be facing Osasuna, a clash between first and second division here in Spain. Zaragoza trying to jump up and imperialize Osasuna in what would be a massive dub for them, but it is a dub they do not get. Osasuna starting their imperialism campaign with a dub. And Zaragoza will be giving up the goalkeeper Alvarez and the man they picked up in their last win, Pulido. And that is one less team here in Spanish football. I was wondering when we were going to go to South America. We finally get a game here in Brazil. Palmeiras are going to be going northwest, which means we're going to have an internation match here. Palmeiras trying to make a move into what I believe is, Bolivia, as they try to imperialize Blooming. And because of the fact that it is an internation game here in South America, we can actually simulate it instead of having to watch the terrible highlights. Blooming versus Palmeiras. Palmeiras do have the upgraded 85 midfielder, Ronaldo Cabrias. Let's see who is going to survive here in South American football, and it is comfortably Palmeiras. Palmeiras adding a 70 rated striker to their squad. But more importantly for them, they gain more land here in South America. Finally, I think the wheel woke up and realized we didn't want to be in Europe the whole day. We're off to India. They're one of the biggest clubs in Indian football, and Mohun Bagan are going to be going north, which is actually going to see them claim Bangladesh. The country of Bangladesh now is owned by Mohun Bagan. It's the cum dog. Let's go. He's back for the second straight year. Jason Cummings, last year was at the Central Coast Mariners. He ended up getting a lot of upgrades throughout the series, but he's now moved to the Indian League in real life, moved to Mohun Bagan, and he is going to be the designated upgraded player for this team. The cum dog up to a 72. Everton. Okay, here we go, Everton. Everton are going southeast, which means they're looking to start their campaign off with a bang as they take on Crew Alexandra. Crew have been punching up this whole tournament. They have been slowly and steadily improving their squad, but if they could take down Everton, this would be massive for them. This would also be the most Everton thing given how they've been in recent history if they lost to Crew Alexandra, so I'm not going to be surprised by that, but it would still be huge. They pushed them to the limits, but Everton do get off the mark. And Everton are going to collect a whole heap of players here from their imperialization of Crew. And Everton are officially out of Merseyside and are going to take a lot of space here in England. Rayo Vallecano. Okay. I got a smile on my face because there is a good chance they face Lejanes, which I'm pretty sure they will. Can Rayo Vallecano take down the hottest side in Spain right now? Griezmann, Hilal, and Thibaut Courtois all on the line here. Lejanes have been on an absolute run in this series. Will it continue? It does. Lejanes win it in the 79th minute as they imperialize Rayo Vallecano. Maybe, just maybe, they might be the real deal. And they're going to get even stronger. An 82 rated midfielder joining them in Palazon. That is brilliant for them. It's crazy how little land Lejanes have, but how good their squad is. Moving a little bit south, a little bit to the west, we're heading to Portugal. It's Vitoria, who will be heading northwest. And that will see Vitoria get themselves an upgrade as they take this little region at the north of Portugal, which will see their center midfielder Silva going up to a 76. Ipswich, big up Lasty. It's Lasty's Ipswich. What do they call it? The Farmers or something? Anyways, they're going to be going south, which means they're going to be trying to imperialize Brentford. This could be huge. Brentford really starting to feel the effects of their run of form here as they share a lot more borders. They have a lot more games, and that's a lot more opportunities to get upset here. Ipswich, can they do it. They do not, and Bueno is going to get Brentford the win in the 87th minute as they imperialise Ipswich. They're going to add Twansby here, the former Manchester United player, to their squad, and Brentford bag themselves even more land here in England. I find it so wild, though, how they've probably had the most wins out of any team in this series, but not a single player they've picked up has cracked their starting 11 yet. Whereas you look at a team like Lejanes, they've had 3 wins, and they've added like some of the world's best players. But that is the way the cookie crumbles. Off to Belgium we go. It is Ghent. Ghent are heading south a little to the west, which means they are attacking Royal Charleroi. Both these squads have featured heavily in the series. They've both got some wins under their belt, some upgrades there on Charleroi. Whoever wins this game is going to get a nice haul in the Belgian league. Who is it going to be? It's going to go to extra time where Ghent win it in the 119th minute and have successfully imperialized Charleroi. Charleroi are about to give up some big players. Tima, Zorgain, and Ghent now have a lot of land here in Belgium, along with a stacked midfield. Off to China, or off to Wuhan. Wuhan heading northeast, which means they are going to have a matchup on their hands against Henan. If my memory serves me correctly, Henan went pretty deep in Chinese football last year in this series. Although on paper, Wuhan Three Towns look phenomenally stronger this year. They look like a half-decent side, and they don't prove it as Henan beat them in extra time. There's something about Henan in this series where they are just so damn strong. And Henan getting a massive addition as 76 rated Davidson joins their squad. Back to Belgium we go. It's Eupen. I believe this is the first time we've seen them in the series. They're going to start off by going southwest. They narrowly miss out on an upgrade, glancing the bottom here of Standard Liège. On paper, you would be expecting Standard Liège to absolutely walk this one, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, is that Jason Davidson in the back line there for Eupen, the Australian defender? Haven't heard him in a while. And Slanina, the American keeper, former Chicago Fire keeper. This is an interesting squad, but no more seeing Jason Davidson or Slanina because their club's been imperialized. It will be Pantovic heading to Standard Liège, and Eupen enter a category of teams that nobody wants to enter, and that is one and done. Argentinos Juniors. They're going to be going directly north. Unsurprising to know that they are a team in Argentina, but they're going to be facing Racing. Argentinos traveling north to face Racing. Racing have been one of the standouts so far in South American football, but Argentinos, like looking at this squad, they have a very talented natural default starting squad, so this could be a great game. This could be a massive game. It is a great game that goes to extra time, but Racing Club survive and they add another feather to their cap. That might be their biggest win yet. Racing getting even stronger in their defense, adding the addition of Villalba, 76 rated. He goes straight into their squad. Bit by bit, Racing Club are taking over Buenos Aires, but there's still some big teams in River Plate and Boca Juniors around. God, we never spent any time in Belgium, and now we're going there all day. Anyways, so I think their actual name is like St. Truden, but STVV will be going northwest. But it is not west enough to face Anderlecht. Instead, they're going to be versing Genk. Belgium rapidly getting cleared out in today's episode. We're going to be losing another team here. You would expect Genk to win this one, but let's see if an upset can happen in Belgian football. It is not even close to an upset. Genk have absolutely steamrolled STVV. The goalkeeper, Schmidt, will be heading to Genk. Karlsruhe, back to Germany we go. Karlsruhe, which direction will you be going? You'll be going north a little to the east. But that means Karlsruhe will be trying to imperialize Stuttgart. Let's not forget, Stuttgart have that 86 rated Matthias Ginter. This game represents a bit of a challenge though, a bit of a danger game for Stuttgart. They're building a nice squad. There's not a crazy amount to gain from beating Karlsruhe. Like Stindl will probably be the man they pick up. Will they pick him up? They do. It is a 3-1 win for Stuttgart. That Ginter getting subbed off, but still helping them win. Karlsruhe imperialized Stindl, heading to Stuttgart. That's a nice little upgrade, to be fair. And Stuttgart gain even more land here in Germany. Off to Ireland, it is time for Bohemian FC to step up. Bohemian heading south, which means we have a clash here in Ireland between two clubs that have upgrades. Shamrock Rovers versus Bohemian. Battle of the upgrades here. Bohemian with an upgraded goalkeeper in Talbot. Shamrock with an upgraded winger in Byrne. Who is going to come out on top? My God. They didn't need the upgraded goalkeeper because Shamrock have just imperialized Bohemian. They're going to collect Talbot and they're going to collect some serious land in Ireland. All right, lads. Lucho's decided to join us for the foreseeable future. Let's see if he enjoys it. But the next team up here with Lucho on our lap, if it's Fulham, I'm going to call bullshit. It is Guarani. I can't see what way Guarani's going because Lucho is currently attacking the monitor. All right, Guarani are going to be going northwest, which means they are going to move into Argentina. Guarani are going to get themselves a upgrade, but a lot of land. Did you want Guarani to have a game, did you, Lucho? But that means Guarani center forward Camacho goes up to a 75 and Lucho's board. Sydney FC. They're going to be going southeast, which means they're going to take the South Island of New Zealand here. And they're going to get an upgrade, which I just hate to see that. But at least Wellington Phoenix has a chance of playing somebody now, which means it's another upgrade for Mac. He goes to a 75. Crawley Townerer. They're going to be going southwest. Bold move here for Crawley. They're trying to make a move into France as they're going to try imperializing Caen. It would kind of be hype if Crawley Town were able to move across and imperialize Caen. But let's see what happens here. This is going to be an interesting outcome regardless. Oh my God, it wasn't even close. Caen have demolished Crawley Town 4-0. Caen get the great pleasure of getting a new left back here in 63 rated Sarula. I can't believe they didn't want Jed Brown, Tobe Jizzle, and FIFA Manny's brother. And Caen joined the latest French club to hit mainland England. They're one of the first sides that came up in the series, Wolfsberger AC era. And Wolfsberger AC will be going southeast, which means they're going to be getting an upgrade. And they're also going to get the country of Slovenia here, which is going to see the defender Baumgartner pumping up to a 72. Up to Switzerland we go. It's BSC Young Boys time. Young Boys time. Jimmy Savile just entered the chat. BSC Young Boys, though, will be going north a little east. I feel like we're on a bit of a hot streak here with upgrades, but BSC Young Boys are going to claim this region of Switzerland. But it is going to be their striker, Nsame, going up to a 78. Off to Saudi Arabia, we go Al Raid. They're going to be going east, which means they're going to be the next team to try taking down the juggernaut of Al Hilal. Al Hilal's team is absolutely cooked. Al Raid have a tall task on their hands. The scoreline in this one is a 2-1 win. Koulibaly and Neymar continue Al Hilal's run. Picking off these teams one by one. Another player that is going to go rot in their reserves is Sayoud. Back to Germany, it's the lower league club Fürth, who are going to be going south. So it is going to be Fürth traveling and trying to imperialize Hoffenheim. But before we get into that game, if you've made it this far and you're not subscribed to the channel already, do us a favor and scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are so damn close to 500k, so help us get there if you enjoy the content. If not, fair enough, enjoy your day. We're going to have one less team here in Germany. Can Fürth get the upset over the Bundesliga side? No, they do not. Hoffenheim handling their work easily. And it's going to be the left back Gieselman heading to Hoffenheim. Alianza Lima, they're going to be going south a little east. We've already seen them get a win in this series, but for now, they're going to be getting themselves an upgrade, which is going to be handed out to their centre back, Zambrano. Stuttgart, here we go. They are building a nice team. Can they add to it? Stuttgart will be heading east, which means they're going to have a matchup here against Augsburg. Stendal in for Stuttgart, Kleindienst in for Augsburg. Both these teams building towards something special, but who is going to keep it alive? It is going to be Stuttgart on a penalty shootout. What a game. But it is Stuttgart staying alive here, and they're building it. They're going to get some nice upgrades, man. I must say, Stuttgart are playing this perfectly. They are beating teams that are slightly worse than them or around their level and just picking off the best players and slowly but surely building a good side. they're going to get Dortched and they're going to get Kleindienst. They are getting closer and closer to Bayern Munich though. If I'm Stuttgart, I'm hoping I start heading to the west or to the south, but not to the east. LDU Quito. Quito will be heading northeast, which means they're going to have a matchup here with IDV. It's our first head-to-head match of the day. It took a while, but we have got an all-Ecuadorian clash ahead of us. What a surprise. It's another 0-0 draw, and we're heading to penalties. This is almost becoming routine. IDV to start off the shootout, and it's a penalty saved. Quito have the opportunity to set the tempo, which they do with a rocket of a penalty. Big pressure on IDV now, and it's another penalty saved by the Quito goalkeeper. Oh my God. A huge advantage here. If they save this, it might just be all but over. Keeper sent the wrong way. Quito could get this. Oh, it's another save. All right. The door is held open for Ortiz. Sends the keeper the wrong way. This is massive. If this is saved, we're all tied up. If not, it is a huge advantage to Quito, which is successful. IDV need to score this to keep their imperialism campaign alive. Pellerano has his penalty saved. That is a shocking penalty. And Quito are going to successfully imperialize IDV. And that is going to see Quito pick up a 76 rated attacking midfielder for their squad. And with that, we have what I believe is our first Ecuadorian side getting imperialized in IDV. Also, fellas, I was just checking the comments from part 3 as it went live a couple hours ago when I'm recording this, and somebody made the great point that we forgot to give Heerenveen another upgrade and this region here because they won their game. So we're going to do that right now. And that is going to see Norbert get up to an 82 now, the goalkeeper. Again, a massive thank you. If I make small little mistakes like that or miss something, please leave a comment. I try to check those as much as possible. So appreciate you guys having my back in that sense. Dublin, UCD Dublin, the college team. I'm not sure if they still are, but at one point they were the worst team in FIFA. They're going to start off their imperialism campaign by going southwest, which means they have a tall task ahead of them. They're trying to take down the Shamrock Rovers. This would be massive for UCD if they can pull this off against Shamrock. Their highest rated player is 60 rated. Let's see if a miracle can happen. A miracle will not be happening. Give up on your dreams, give up on your hopes, give up on everything. Miracles don't exist. But Shamrock get another win under their belt. Shamrock probably don't need him, but they're going to get a 60 rated defender here in Keeney. And they get the tiniest little addition here to Ireland. Fleetwood Town jumping across to the UK. Fleetwood are going directly north. And they are caught in Middlesbrough's northern trap. Middlesbrough have this whole stretch here. They're looking to add to it. Fleetwood trying to take that for themselves though. Definitely a banana peel game for Middlesbrough. Not much to gain from this at all, but they could get upset here by their League One opposition. Let's see if that rings true. It does not. Middlesbrough stay alive and get another win here in the Imperialism series. And like we said, not much to gain from this one at all. They get a 67 rated left midfielder. And now they share a border with Burnley as well, which is not ideal given Burnley have had some big wins. Back to Saudi Arabia we go. Al Ahly are up. Al Ahly are going to be heading southwest, which means they have a matchup here, not with Al Hilal, not with Al Ittihad, but with Damak Club, narrowly missing out on the auto upgrade. But whoever wins this game will get that region there and get a +2 upgrade. Damak have had a great start to this series, but they come up against their toughest challenge yet. Firmino, St. Maximin, Frank Yannick Kessie, Riyad Mahrez, Ibanez, Mendy. This team is good. Vega, the wonder kid. This team is really solid at Al Ahly. Who is going to stay around though? It is going to be Damak. Oh my God, Damak get themselves even stronger. They have the upgraded Stanciu already, who is going to go from a 77 to a 79, now to an 81. And they're going to pick up Riyad Mahrez. I did not expect that result. There we go, Damak getting Al Ahly territory and getting this upgraded region. Back to Argentina, it is Godoy Cruz. Godoy Cruz are going southwest. Ooh, that means they're going to have a matchup here. It's Argentina versus Chile. Godoy Cruz attacking and trying to imperialize Nublense. Chile versus Argentina. somebody is about to get eliminated here. And who is it going to be? It is going to be Nublense in the 85th minute, successfully imperializing Godoy Cruz. That is a massive moment there. They touch Argentinian soil. Nublense are going to get an upgrade in between the sticks, getting a 74 rated keeper. There it is. Nublense have just opened up a world of opportunity for themselves moving into Argentina. Bayern Munich. I think this is the first time we've actually drawn Bayern Munich through the wheel, and it hasn't been them getting challenged. Bayern will be going south a little east, which is going to see them trying to get even further into Austria here. They are approaching and challenging Lask. Bayern Munich's team is just so cooked. For the greater good of civilization, I am hoping Lask, L-A-S-K, how you pronunciate them, can do something special. I'm praying for an upset here. Is it going to happen? Oh, what is that scoreline? 6-3. Harry Kane has scored a hat trick, and it is Bayern Munich successfully imperializing Lask. That has to be the highest scoring game of the series so far, right? It is going to take a lot for a team like Bayern Munich to notice any decent upgrades to the squad by beating teams, but they're going to get one anyways. Zul going to Bayern Munich, and their push further into Austria continues. Another juggernaut of world football has been called up here, Juventus. Juve are going southeast, which is going to see them directly going for the island of Corsica, currently occupied by Nice. A very fun game ahead of us here, lads. Nice trying to defend their land and get some big land here against Juventus. Juve looking to make their move into France. Nice looking to make their move into Italy. And it is going to be Juventus successful in their challenge as they imperialize Nice. Juventus continuing to get stronger and stronger. They get another star striker in Labor. And it's probably not going to help them too much, but they're going to get Leyton as well. Juve now, though, have the island of Corsica and the city of Nice. Back to England we go. It's the Bristol Rovers' turn. Bristol are going northeast, which means they are going to be challenging Bournemouth, trying to make a move further into the south coast of England and into France. The Cherries versus the Rovers. This should be a win for Bournemouth, but again, I am not going to be surprised if Bristol Rovers come out with this one. 5-0. We're getting some absolute demolition jobs in this fourth part. 5-0 there for Bournemouth. But once again, it's another win for Bournemouth that doesn't really result in anything spectacular. Regardless, though, it helps them claim more land in England. Granada stepping up for the next game. Granada heading directly south. Oh, that means they're heading into Africa. Granada are going to take Morocco. Very interesting. Starting to get a nice little pocket of this top northwest corner of Africa being claimed, which will see their striker, Yuzuni, going up to an 80. Been a while, but we're heading back to Lake Como. Como are going northeast, which is going to see them facing Cittadella. Como with a couple of impressive wins under their belt. They had a Di Gregorio to the side. Let's see if they can continue their run here and get another upgrade to the side. Cittadella, they take them down and win it in the 77th minute. Como continue, and they are officially on a streak. But to be fair, the upgrade didn't pay off for them. They're going to get a goalkeeper who won't even start for them. Off to the Chinese capital of Beijing. Beijing's first time in the series, and they're going to be going northwest, which means they immediately have a match here against Dalian Pro. But this is huge because the winner of this match will claim both of these regions here. So there's players on the line and a +4 upgrade. Jurgen Laseda into this Dalian Pro squad. Are they going to keep their competition alive, or will Beijing begin with a bang? The scoreline is a 3-2 win to Beijing FC. Beijing are going to add Jurgen Laseda and Nunez, and it looks like they're trying to build a great wall of their own. Their defender, Negaidu, goes up to a 79. Fair play, Beijing. A lot of land is now yours here in China. Gil Vicente, Portuguese club, will be heading southeast, and they've got a challenge from the jump, trying to imperialize FC Porto. Porto have definitely got a big target on their back. Can Gil Vicente imperialize the leaders in Portugal? They do not. It is a comfortable win, at least in the statistics department, from Porto. Gaining more land and a new goalkeeper to add to their reserves in FC Hermannstadt. Hermannstadt are heading west, a little north. They've missed out on a matchup with Cluj by the skin of their teeth. there was such a low probability of them getting this land or even Cluj land, but they are going to get themselves an upgrade. But I don't think any teams will ever complain about an upgrade. It is the striker Parashiv up to a 70. Boca Juniors, we were wondering when they were going to come up. They're one of the biggest clubs in South American football, and they're heading southwest to begin their journey, which means we have a clash of juggernauts here. Independiente versus Boca Juniors. Independiente have been getting into their work going through Uruguay, but Boca Juniors are a matchup like none other. They have a star-studded side. Who is going to survive in this clash of famous Argentinian teams? It is Boca Juniors giving Independiente the absolute work, which is going to see Boca Juniors receiving Mansuelo, Martinez, and Tolosa. Boca Juniors are going to make their move out of Buenos Aires and are even going to make their move into Uruguay. SC Verl, the German outfitter, going south a little east, which is going to see them trying to imperialize Paderborn. Paderborn with one win to their name in this competition so far, as they took down Borussia Dortmund 2 in their first game. Who is going to win this clash, though? In German football, it is an absolute classic, with Paderborn getting the late winner. And Paderborn are going to get themselves a new goalkeeper for their troubles. Sorry, centre back. What am I talking about? And even more land here in the north of Germany. Heading back to Portugal, Arouca era. And Arouca will be heading northwest. Why is everybody ending up on Porto in this series? Arouca narrowly missed a trip across the ocean and a glance this little bit of Porto. Porto have been up against it lately, but are they going to pass their next task? Arouca trying to imperialize them, which they don't even come close to doing. Part of the beauty of this series is you don't know if you're going to get a player after imperializing a team that is going to change the course of your entire campaign or mean absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing has happened once again for Porto. But something that can give them a bit of hope is they now move even further south with upgrades galore at their disposal. Lille, I was wondering when we were going to see them. Lille have been hiding here in the north of France. They're going to start off by going southeast, which is going to see them have a game to kick things off as they are facing Valencians. It's a risky start here for the former French league champions. They're taking on a second division side who are half the rating of them. This could be a massive upset if it goes against them, but it does not. Lille handle their business comfortably. They are off the mark as they take down Valencians, and they're going to add Costa to their squad. Wycombe Wanderers back to England. Akinfenwa's former club will be going northeast. Oh my god, they've got Brentford. Brentford again at risk of going out against a lesser team. I mean, obviously, I know I'm not a huge Brentford fan, but I almost feel bad for them at this point. I mean, it hasn't stuffed them up yet, but they just keep facing lesser teams and haven't had an opportunity to grow. Even when they get a decent team in Luton Town, they get somebody that doesn't make their bench. Is Wycombe going to be the team to stump them? Wycombe, oh my god, Wycombe loses on penalties. That would have been hilarious. Brentford survive, but they are getting closer and closer to stumbling against one of these teams. And again, it is a player that's not even going to make their bench. It is Scowen. Brentford get more land here, and all it means is they share more of a border with Oxford United. And then another team that's going to give them just great upgrades, you know. Punjab FC, a trip to India for a club that we haven't seen yet. Punjab FC will be heading east a little north, which is going to result in an upgrade for them. They now share a decent border with Mumbai City. So their striker, 65 rated Mason, is going up to a 67. Now, this is a place I wouldn't mind getting to go if they won the series, but it's Tenerife. Tenerife are going to be going southwest. Now, of course, they are off the coast of Africa, and they're going to be getting these islands here. I know, like, up there is Santa Cruz, but all three of these are Spanish territories. I'm uncertain whether I make them all one region. I don't know what the breakdown is, so for now, I'm going to make them all one region, but if it's like a massive controversy or something, please let me know in the comment section down below. But their striker and captain, Gallego, is going to go up to a 75. St. Pauli, Jackson Irvine's side will be going south a little west, which is going to see them facing off and trying to imperialize Holston Kiel. Holston Kiel do have the massive advantage of Cohen Castiles being in their squad. He's someone that any team's going to want. He's going to make a lot of these second division sides a lot stronger St. Pauli, 1 win under their belt. Can they get a second? Who is going to survive? It is going to be Holstein Kiel imperializing St. Pauli. Holstein Kiel may have won that game and imperialized St. Pauli, but Jackson Irvine lives on. The Australian is headed to Holstein Kiel, along with this centre midfielder here, Behrens. Holstein Kiel have even more of a direct route now to Denmark. Deportivo Tolima. Been a hot minute since we've seen them, but they're going to be going southeast, which means it is another upgrade here for the Colombian side. They have officially surrounded Millonarios and Santa Fe, and their left back, Hernandez, gets another upgrade. He's now 79 rated without even having to face a game. Forest Green, they're up again. The Rovers will be going north a little east, which means they're going to have a match up here with Cheltenham. Forest Green have the striker partnership of Troy Deeney and Charlie Austin, which 10 years ago would have been absolutely unbelievable. But let's see who's going to survive this one between Cheltenham Town and Forest Green. 3rd division versus 4th, and it is Forest Green continuing their run and imperializing Cheltenham Town. And Forest Green doing what they should be doing, just getting a player one by one from teams a little bit better than them. They get a goalkeeper this time. Another trip here with a lesser league team coming up. It's PAL FC, and the French side will be heading northeast. Oh my God, they are going bold here. They are trying to get Kylian Mbappe as PAL FC are trying to take down Bordeaux. The Hunters are now the hunted. Bordeaux versus PAL FC. Is this going to shake up the competition? It is! Bordeaux have been imperialized by PAL FC. Mbappe's gone missing. And Bordeaux, their mammoth run is over. They've beaten PSG. They've beaten a bunch of interesting and sides that should be beating them. But now it is a fellow 2nd division side in PAL FC that put Bordeaux's miracle run to an end. And PAL are about to get an absolute feast of players here. They get Kylian Mbappe, Terrier, Spearings, Kokuda, Abdelli, Ellis, and the goalkeeper, Samasa. And not only do they get those players, they are about to get so much land here in not only France, but also Greenland. Oh my God. Are PAL FC now one of the teams to beat? A crazy game that we now need to decompress from because Basel are up. FC Basel are heading south, which means they have a matchup here against BSC Young Boys. And there is also +6 upgrades on the line here because this region, and this region will be filled. Actually, just +4. This region is still bordered, I believe, by Stuttgart. Neither of these teams have played a game yet, but they both have upgrades. Basel with an upgraded keeper, Young Boys with an upgraded striker. Who is gonna win out of these two Swiss powerhouses, Basel or Young Boys? It is Young Boys taking down Basel comfortably, a 2-0 result. The goalkeeper Hitz is heading to Young Boys, and the striker Nsame is going to get himself from a 78 to an 80, 82, and an 84. Oh my God. Ajax. Here we go. Ajax's next opponent will be to their south, and it is going to be another Dutch opponent here as they are facing NEC. Ajax has seen their team getting stronger and stronger, but they are only as good as their next opponent. Jasper Cillessen in goals here for NEC. That would be a big pickup for them. Are they going to do it? They do by the skin of their teeth. I mean, it looks a little closer with that 86-minute goal, but Ajax progress. And they are going to acquire the services of Jasper Cillessen. Oh my God, I literally hit the shuffle button. That is the first time this has happened in this series. There's literally a 1 in 408 chance of that happening, but Ajax are up again. This time they're going to be heading east, a little north. They really have a vendetta out against these Dutch clubs, trying to take another one down in FC20. Ajax looking to get another win here, although FC20 do have a pretty respectable squad. This could be a super tight matchup here, and it is a tight game that goes to extra time. Van Ginkel comes off the bench, saves Ajax, and then the striker Brian Broby is going to give Ajax the win over FC20. Ajax are getting all the goalkeepers here, 79 rated Unestal, and then they're going to get Hansen and Serrano. Even more land here in the Netherlands for Ajax. Been a fruitful past few minutes for them. New York City FC. Is this the first time we've gone to the MLS in today's episode? I feel like we have not been there. New York City FC are going to be going southwest, which means they narrowly miss out on a game with the Philadelphia Union and instead get themselves an upgrade, which sees Morales up to an 81. Alcas. They are Ecuadorian and they are going northwest, which is going to see them missing facing Quito and getting an upgrade instead. Their goalkeeper's going up to a 76. Amarabaita, the Spaniards are heading south, which means they stay in Spain and they're going to be facing Eibar. Amarabaita got a massive win over Bilbao in their last game, which is why Unai Simon is in between the sticks for them. Still a massive challenge though for them to take on Eibar, which they fail. And that means Unai Simon will be heading to Eibar. Thought they could have got some nice little momentum there, but they're going to be losing Simon and the centre back is Zeta. We are rapidly losing a lot of Spanish teams in this series. But as a country, it's so interesting because they still have so many upgrades available. Sassuolo are up next. Sassuolo will be heading southeast, which sees them challenging a side that has had some success in the series so far in Medina. Medina are no stranger to taking down Serie A opposition after they took down Fiorentina in part 3. Can they keep it going though? Nico Gonzalez in the squad, but it is extra time where Sassuolo get a late win over Medina. Fair play to Medina. They have had an awesome campaign, but they have met their match in Sassuolo. Some really nice additions here for Sassuolo who pick up Gonzalez, Baldanzi, and the centre mid, Palumbo. And now Sassuolo take up a nice little chunk of Italian territory here. Back to Germany we go. It's SV Waldhof. Waldhof are heading northeast, which is going to see them slide through this passage here and set themselves up for a huge challenge against Eintracht Frankfurt. I will not be taking Waldhof lightly in this one. They have picked up so many good players after their wins. Half of their squad are players they have acquired. Frankfurt have still got a good team, man, and they should be winning this. But Waldhof, this could be massive for them if they do something here, which they do not. Mario Götze with a second half brace, which is going to imperialize Frankfurt, and that is massive for Frankfurt, because their team now is going to get some handy additions. Herving Lozano and Keynes are surely going to be in contention for starting spots. They're also getting Boyd, Cordoba, Van der Merch, Neudecker, Siegert, Henning, and so much land here in both Germany and the Netherlands. Burnley. They took down Manchester United last time out. Now they're heading southeast, which means they narrowly miss out on a game with Manchester City and instead are taking on Stockport. Can Casemiro keep the good times coming here for Burnley in this one as they take on Stockport County? Stockport County have imperialized Burnley. Oh my God. Casemiro is going to be heading to Stockport County. Get out of here. Oh my. That is actually unbelievable. Stockport getting Casemiro and the left midfielder Tresor. Burnley defeating Manchester United and then getting imperialized by Stockport County is just beautiful. They take out a big team and then let another team defeat them. That is just the circle of life. Ternana are up. They're going to be going northwest, which means they are immediately putting this Sassuolo club to the test again. Ternana trying to get some massive upgrades to their squad. They already picked up Sailor-makers last time out. Who are they going to add this time? Absolutely nobody. Sassuolo continue their run with an impressive win. Sassuolo weren't even involved 5 minutes ago. Now they've picked up 1,000,000,001 right midfielders. They get Sailor-makers, they get Bodahin, and they get Folletti. And Sassuolo painted Italy even more green. Back to Portugal we go. It's Rio Ave. Are they going to try facing Porto? I think that means they will be. Yep, they're going to try. They're going to be the latest team to try imperializing Porto. Good luck. Last year's runners-up Porto fending off Portuguese opposition left, right, and center. What's it going to be in this one? It is another win to Porto. I'm not going to jinx them. I don't want to jinx them, but but they look so strong right now in Portugal. And for their sanity, I'm happy to report that they are not getting a goalkeeper this time. They get Rodriguez. And again, they just get the tiniest little bit of land here in Portugal. Athletico Tucumán. They're going to be heading southwest, which is a handy little upgrade for them here. They're going to get some more land. So it's going to be another upgrade for their midfielder Pereira. Now a 78. Heading up Nordic way, IFK Norrköping. They're also going to be going southwest. Okay, this is a kind of big one in the context of Swedish football in this series. Norrköping attacking BK Häcken, which, as we all know, Häcken have got some land here in England, so it's not only Swedish land up for grabs, but English. BK Häcken with upgrades and new players all over the shop. They have been getting up to their business. That 79 Riyad in the midfield. Will it be enough for them to gain more land here in Sweden? Yes, it is, but by the skin of their teeth. An intense penalty shootout sees BK Häcken imperialize Norrköping. Another striker heading BK Häcken's way. It's Nyman this time. And with that victory, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially down to 400 clubs remaining. We are giving Ajax so much screen time today. Ajax are going to be going southeast, which is going to give them an opportunity to enter Germany. Ajax are facing Borussia Mönchengladbach. This has to be Ajax's biggest challenge yet. They're facing Borussia Mönchengladbach. Here we go. Mönchengladbach's first game in the series is a loss. Berghuis has been stepping up for Ajax so much here, and he is going to get them a huge win, my word. He gets a brace. Ajax get a very nice addition to their midfield here in Julian Weigl, and Ajax have officially entered Germany. Danubio, a name that we have not seen yet. Turns out they are one of the Uruguayan teams, and for their first appearance, they are going to be going northwest, which is going to see them being the first team to break out of this little pocket of Uruguay and get themselves an upgrade. Their captain and center midfielder Sosa will be going up to 71. Al-Khalij. Southwest. Oh my god. They got Al-Hilal. Al-Khalij going to be the ones to take down Al-Hilal. Nobody's come close to imperializing Al-Hilal as of yet. Can Al-Khalij do it? Can they save Saudi football? No, they don't. They get absolutely thumped there. Rough. Damn, they would have had so much hope as well. They took the lead in the first bloody minute. And it is another midfielder heading to Al-Hilal. It's Martins. Could we see Al-Hilal make a move into Asia soon? I mean, I know they're already in Asia, but I'm talking like China, India, all those places. Parma. They're up for the first time, I believe. Parma are heading west, a little south. Oh dear, lads. It's the Gianluigi Buffon derby. Parma are trying to imperialize Juventus. An incredibly bold strategy from Parma. Let's see if it pays off for them. The scoreline is not going to pay off for them. Juventus easily disposing of Parma. Chiesa getting a hat-trick. Not much of a benefit for Juventus winning this game, but they do keep their imperialism dream alive. We're staying in Italy, though. I don't think we're heading too much further from here either. So Reggiana will be heading north a little east. I did see a comment in the last episode saying I used the wrong logo. I used Regina instead of Reggiana, which is a common mistake I hope you guys can appreciate. I will update it if they win this game, but Reggiana are going to be trying to take down Como. Como have had some of the most wins out of all Italian sides in this series so far, though. Let's see if they can add another and imperialize Reggiana. They do not. Reggiana, I need to put some respect on their name, get their right logo in there, and give them a shit ton of players because they have successfully imperialized Como. This is massive for Reggiana. They're going to get Di Gregorio, Verdi, Ionita, Fares, and most importantly, the correct logo. But they're now going to take all of this land in Italy. Here we go. Another big boy of Argentinian football. River Plate begin by going west. In hindsight, I didn't even need to spin because they were always going to be playing Racing Club. Racing have been one of the standouts in Argentinian football so far. But this is by far their biggest challenge yet. River Plate are an institution. They are known all around the world. If they get imperialized by Racing, that might just make them a serious threat, which they are not. Racing Club's run is over and River Plate's has begun. A massive moment in Argentinian football. Giannetti heading to River Plate. Velázquez, De La Vega, Bilalba, Quintero, and Desabato. River Plate, welcome to the show, lads. Staying in South America, it is General Caballero. They're going to be heading northeast, which means they narrowly avoid Internacional and are going to have a Brazilian clash here against Athletico Paranaense. A matchup between Brazil and Paraguay. This is going to be huge. One of these teams is going to be imperialized. The other is going to enter the opposition nation. Who is it going to be? It is going to... Oh my God. Athletico PR have absolutely thumped General Caballero here. This is a murder in Brazil, in South America. A 71 rated right midfielder in Perez will be going to Atletico PR. And they officially enter Paraguayan land. It has been so damn long. St. Johnstone are up. They're going to be going south a little west. So our wait for a game in Scotland continues, but St. Johnstone are going to get this region right here. Also, I don't think I gave it to them last time. I probably should have done that, but St. Johnstone, and now after they claim that, going to claim all of these lands because they did beat Ross County, so they should have got at least these islands here as an upgrade. I think I'm just going to count these as one region here and then one region here. Let me know if that's like a criminal offense. But they get a +4 and now a +6 for St. Johnstone, which is going to go to their Australian centre back, Ryan McGowan, who now goes up to a 73. Cadiz are going to be going northwest, which is going to see them narrowly miss out on a game with Real Betis and get an upgrade. They'll take that. Their goalkeeper, Ledesma, is going to get that upgrade. He's now 84 rated. Sneaky good. Lincoln City. Who are you going to be facing? Lincoln City. They're going to be going east. But because of it being slightly tilted up, they don't play Norwich City, and instead, they are going to have AZ Alkmaar here. Lincoln City trying to get themselves into the Netherlands. It's the English third division side challenging the Dutch top flight side. If Lincoln City can pull this off, then I'll tip my hat to them. Matty Ryan in between the sticks for AZ Alkmaar. Pavlidis up top. This is massive. And Lincoln City do it. Nah. Lincoln City. I stand and applaud you guys. Lincoln City have had put their balls on the line, jump across here, and they now get land in the Netherlands. AZ Alkmaar imperialized by Lincoln City, and Pavlidis is going across. That is not a sentence I expected to be saying today. Look at this, lads. Lincoln City now getting all of this land over here, getting AZ Alkmaar off there, and they could now technically versus Ajax. Union Berlin. It has been a minute. Don't even need to spin the wheel though, because we know they are completely surrounded by Dynamo Dresden. Dresden are going to need their upgraded midfielder Hauptmann to step up for them, because this Union Berlin side on paper should be absolutely destroying them. Will that happen? They're literally a Champions League team, and they do just that. Union Berlin get out of Berlin and get a lot more space now in Germany. They bag themselves the upgraded Hauptmann and get a lot more space to work in Germany with. Rongcheng. I think, is this like the first team we ever drew in the whole series? But Rongcheng will be going southwest, which is going to get them a lot of land here in China. And they now share a border with Mohun Bagan out of India. Also, I just checked the global map. This actually isn't Chinese territory. This is Myanmar. So they're gonna get another country here, of course, only still a +2 because it wasn't already occupied, but they get Myanmar. And that sees Ali Kessen now hit the 80s. USL Dunkirk. They're gonna be going west, which means the club from northern France is gonna be going across here and hitting Brighton. Brighton's first game might see them enter France. Both of these teams stepping up for their first game of the series. Dunkirk versus Brighton and Hove Albion. Who's going to stay alive? It is going to be Brighton. One and done is Dunkirk, and Brighton are now going to land on French territory. Brighton not picking up anybody spectacular for their efforts, but yeah, it's more about what it represents, and that is an opportunity to move on to mainland Europe. Daejeon Citizen, a team that we know very well. Daejeon Citizen are heading north, a little west. Not west enough to be facing Incheon. Instead, they're going to be facing the Suwon Blue Wings. Daejeon have already taken down one half of Suwon. Can they take down the other half and defeat the Suwon Blue Wings here and continue their run in Korean football? Yes, they do. We are rapidly running out of Korean sides, and Daejeon Citizen are staking a claim to be the last one remaining. Another upgrade here to the midfield. Ko Seong-byom is heading to Daejeon, and with that, just 6 teams remain here in Korean football. Heading back to England for Blackburn. The Rovers are heading north, which sees them take on Middlesbrough. An all-championship affair here. Last time out, Blackburn did pick up Lee Nichols, so let's see if he can help them in between the sticks. Middlesbrough have been on a roll in this series, but their roll comes to an end. An 85th minute winner from Hedges ends Middlesbrough's campaign. Blackburn now control that centre strip of England. Patrick Bamford is heading to Blackburn. So is Gibson, Mayer, Whitfield, and Dale Fry. Middlesbrough had that massive advantage of having this whole strip if anybody wanted to cross through. That now belongs to Blackburn. Staying in England, or technically not England, we're going to Wales as it's Newport County. Newport are heading south a little east. Not east enough for it to be forest green though. Newport County are trying to take down Bournemouth. Newport's only involvement in the series so far is getting an upgrade to their striker Bogle, 66 rated. Let's see if that's enough for them to take down Bournemouth here. It is not. Bournemouth, through their star striker Dominic Solanke, are going to claim land in Wales. But once again, the case rings true for Bournemouth. They are not getting anybody crazy. Viking FK, they're going to be going northeast, which means the Norwegian team are going to try getting more land here in Norway, but also in the Netherlands as they face Heerenveen. Of course, Heerenveen do have their upgraded 6'7" goalkeeper Nopert. We have been banging on about him, about how good he is and how good he could be. Let's see if he can actually live up to it. Taking on Viking, trying to keep land in the Netherlands and also get some more in the Norway here and vice versa, but it doesn't stop them. Heerenveen imperialized. Viking fight back. Nopert is heading to Norway, and Viking FK not only get more land in Norway, but they are now into the Netherlands. Everton. Hello, Everton. Everton are going to be heading southwest, which is going to see them get an upgrade here. Not Welsh territory, but English territory. And their designated upgrade player is going to be Jordan Pickford, going from an 82 to an 84. But we are off to Spain, Elche. Elche will be heading southwest as well. Oh, that's really interesting. Elche are going to be trying to imperialize not just Cartagena, but they're trying to get themselves into Algeria and Africa. Cartagena and their upgraded goalkeeper have been chilling in Algeria since the early days of part 1, but Elche are now challenging them. Can Elche make more moves here, or make their first move in Spain and into Africa? Yes, they do. They have absolutely thumped them. Cartagena have been imperialized. The upgraded goalkeeper Lizalon is heading to Elche. Not that they really need him. I'm pretty sure their top player is a goalkeeper as well. But that now sees Elche take land in both Spain and, more significantly, Africa. But with that, fellas, here is a look at the world at the end of part 4 of our Global Imperialism series. Another 75 teams have been imperialized, and we are starting to get down to crunch time. Countries will begin to fall, continents will begin to rise, and we are going to soon crown a champion of the world. But lads, if you enjoyed part 4 of our Global Imperialism series, make sure you leave a like on the video, click here to subscribe, and I'll see you guys for part 5 on Friday.